You ever played any kind of a board game in your family, like Monopoly or, one of these kind of games, a board game? How many of you played one of those before? Yeah, usually the object of these board games is that you have a piece that you're going around the board, right? You throw dice or you spin something, and it tells you how many moves you take. So you take 2 moves, and then the next person, and then you come around again, you take another couple of moves, and the object is to get around the board to home. To home. Why? Because that's where it's safe. You're going around the board, you're getting beat up. People are stealing your money in Monopoly. They're taking your house, you're going bankrupt. My mom used to beat the pants off of us with Monopoly. I hated that. Then I found out that she was always the banker. And I realized at that moment, she's the one in charge of all the money. I love you, Mom. But the thing about the board game is that you want to get around to home where it's safe. God intended your family, the home, to be a safe place, a place of refuge, security, a place where you can be comforted, a place where you can be counseled, a place where you can be consoled, a place where you can be cared for. That's what a family is for. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 12 says this: "One standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but 2 can stand back to back and conquer." A couple months ago, we were watching a movie in our family, our house, and it's called, I can't remember the name of the movie now. I'm sorry? The guy that goes around from one state to the next on a lawnmower. The Straight Story. The Straight Story. The Lawnmower Man, okay. And he's setting out in this area in a field, and a young girl walks up, and he has a little campfire there. And this young girl is a runaway. And she's had a terrible, terrible experience in her family. And so he goes on to explain how that he taught his kids about family. And I watched this, and I thought, I'm going to use this. I'm going to steal it right from that movie, and I'm just going to use it in church. Because it's a great illustration, a great object lesson to help us to understand how that we need a family. What's it for? So I need a volunteer to help me out. Somebody that'll help me out. Anybody. Anybody. Al's helped me out lots of times. I don't mean Al. Anybody. Travis, come on up here, buddy. I'm going to pick on you, bud. B, can you sit there alone? Is that okay? All right. So come on up here. All right. So I've got a stick. And I'm going to give you the stick. And this stick represents your life. Okay? Or just think about it, all of you think about this stick is your life, right? So Travis, I want you to go ahead and break the stick. Try to break it. Was that pretty easy? That's what Solomon was saying about our life when we're trying to go through life all alone. One on their own can easily be defeated. Do you understand that? You can be beaten down, broken down. I mean, life gets to you that way. And if you're trying to go through life all by yourself, it's going to be really easy for you to just be pounded into the sand. But we need a family. And so I brought a bunch of sticks to represent family. All right? And if you break this, I'm a little scared. All right? And if you notice, I bound them together with rubber bands. Because in a family, and I'm going to talk about this in a little bit, in family, what binds us together is our love for one another. We need that. So here's the family. This represents your family, my family, your family, okay? Now, let me have that one. Go ahead and try to break those. Oh, 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 oh. It cracked, but it did not give. A little harder? Yeah, I can see the sweat that's forming on your forehead there. Yeah. That's what a family is for. When you're bound together in family, you are able to conquer. Not be defeated, you're able to conquer whatever it is that you might be faced with. Give Travis a hand. Thank you, bud. So this is why I'm constantly saying to you, over and over and over again, you need a church family. You need a small group family. You need a ministry family. Because let's face it, some of our families are on the East Coast or maybe in another country. Some of our family members are gone. My mom and dad have been dead and gone for many years now. We need more than just our immediate physical family. God says, I also established for you, each and every one of you, a spiritual family. That family is called the church. And this is what the church is like as well. The same premise. It makes us stronger. I become a stronger dad. I become a stronger parent. I become a stronger Christian because of you. You add to my strength. Does that make sense? That's what happens in your physical family. So how do you turn your home into a shelter? This is what I have to do. Fill this in. I have to love my family. I have to love my family. 1 Corinthians 13:7 says, love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance.